more than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And it's taken in at the 9. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Being chased out left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's got the connection to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Saints, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go play action. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Winston to throw it this time. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Called on a very strong gain of 24. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The Panthers 9-yard line.
To throw is Winston. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out and got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Tackle made back in his own 49.
Second and 14. Jameis to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
So pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now Winston. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
3rd and long for Winston. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, and standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has REA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would want. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They're trying to throw a second down, but this one is incomplete.
No comments placed by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for it, and that led to an incompletion.
Mayfield off the play fake. And pass complete to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Again, he finds Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Touchdown! DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now
he rifles one that's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there. Just kind of hoping something good can happen. A completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's got Anderson right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. For the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mayfield now. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. Been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action now. Winston trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should use a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their
coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just.
And Winston lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On third down, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield on play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Here's Mayfield.
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 14. First down, Carolina.
Play fake. Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And first down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
At the Saints 15-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Terrace Marshall,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Saints 5. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Winston to throw for it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Room here to run. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Winston now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game assaulted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
Touchdown, Saints! Jalen Guyton, 31 yards. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
25 yards that time.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd down, Winston again. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good.
They'll throw again. Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas.
That's good for another Saints. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And no matter what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence, but they hope they have a chance to win this game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He's going to look deep for more. And that would be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions now as we stare at a 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the